back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys, so I am here today to do a kind of currently reading or TBR for January, and also to tell you the finalists for SPFBO because I will be trying to read most if not all of them in January. The first book that I am currently reading is Inconvenient People. This is a book that I picked up as part of the Welcome Book Prize that Eleanor and I are doing. I'm about 40% of the way through this. It's a non-fiction all about lunacy and people who were wrongfully convicted of being lunatics, people who were rightfully convicted of being lunatics, and the general court systems and way that everything has kind of changed throughout history in Victorian times to be how it is today. It's really not a book that I thought I would love as much as I am. I thought I might enjoy it, obviously, but I wasn't sure just how much, and currently a lot is the answer. Like, I'm really enjoying this book. I think it's just full of really interesting snippets of history, really cool people, very intriguing people, people who are suffering so much. It's brutal, but my goodness, I'm loving it. So I don't see this getting less than like 4 stars at the moment, possibly more, so we'll see. It really is a good read and I'm enjoying it a lot. The other book that I'm currently reading is my audiobook at the moment, and that is The Vagrant by Peter Newman. I do actually own this in physical as well, but I'm audiobooking it because I wanted a new audiobook and this was one that I had. It's about a man called the Vagrant who is just kind of randomly wandering the world with a baby and a goat, and he has this sort of magical sword. I don't really know much more about it than that because I'm only about an hour or two into the audiobook, but I guess if he doesn't get this sword over to the other side of the world, then everything's going to go terribly wrong. It sounds quite chaotic, but it's really interesting that the author, Peter Newman, has chosen to make the main character silent. Like, literally he doesn't say any words, and I didn't know how I'd feel about that, but so far it's really working for me. It kind of gives this mysterious, strange, ethereal feeling to the story and to the character themselves, and I'm really liking that. So far so good. Next up, I'm currently reading one of the finalists for SPFBO, and that is Where Loyalties Lie, which is by Rob J. Hayes. This book has already had quite a lot of hype in the SPFBO community. Lots of the people who have been reading along or who have submitted works and not got through have read this book and really enjoyed it. Some of the other judges have read it and enjoyed it. Obviously one was putting it through as their finalist. And so far I'm really enjoying it. So I'm about 35% of the way through this. I've been reading quite a lot of it today. It's very piratey, very fun. It's got a couple of captains who are kind of the main focus of the story, and each of these captains has an agenda of types. One of them is treasure seeking and the other one is seeking to become the king of the pirates, but they have to help one another in order to achieve their goals. And pirates don't really like to work together very often, but when the people of the shore are trying to gang up against them, they kind of have to do that. So that's where I'm at the moment, and it's really good fun, very well written so far, and one that I'm certainly thinking I'll enjoy. So I'm definitely happy that it's made a finalist spot on the list. So those are all the books I'm currently reading, and now I'm going to tell you the rest of the books that were finalists for SPFBO. I'll put a link to Mark Lawrence's blog post below where you can find out a little bit more about each if you want. But the other ones that made the list and that I'm hoping to get through very soon are The War of Undoing by Alex Perry, Harry Connolly's The Way into Chaos, Devil's Night Dawning by Damien Black, which you guys know was my finalist and that I loved, so you should go check out my review and read it. Sufficiently Advanced Magic by Andrew Rowe, which is another one that I've been hearing a lot about since it got its place as a finalist, so I'm very intrigued about that one. The Crimson Queen, this one also is one that quite a few people have been talking about, so one to watch perhaps. Pilgrimage to Skura by Jonathan Pembroke, Jack Bloodfist Fixer by James Jakins, Chaos Trims My Beard, which I have to say is like the weirdest but kind of most amusing title of the bunch for sure, and I'm so intrigued about this one, I have to admit. It sounds mad. And then Tiger Lily by K. Bird Lincoln. So those are the 10 finalists, and I've already read one. I am a third of the way into another, and I'm hoping to read the rest of them very soon. I'd love to hear in the comments which ones you're most interested in. I'll put a link to all their Goodreads pages down below so you can find out a little bit more information about them, because I kind of want to go into them blind and not really knowing too much about what they're about, so I haven't really looked too deeply into it, but I'll put links to all their pages below if you're interested. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.